Hi, I'm Jessica, and this is the only quiet spot in my house right now, so we're doing this video from my stairs. So today I'm going to tell you how I lost 35 pounds of baby weight without going crazy in the gym or buying any special diet food or losing my milk supply.
So you're the fire, you're the flare.
Before I start, I wanted to share my weight loss journey so you get a better idea of how amazing it is that I lost so much weight in such a short amount of time. And I've never shared these numbers with anyone before because I've always been ashamed of how much I weigh, but I'm not ashamed anymore and I'm excited to share them with you today. So I was a normal weight up until 3rd grade when my family moved and we lost my sister who died as an infant. And that's when I think I started emotionally eating. So I just ate junk all of the time. I hated water, all I drank was lemonade and juice, and all I ate were chips, candy, sugar, nothing that was healthy. And besides the dance class that I had once a week, I never exercised. And because of this, I was always the biggest one of my friends. Not only in my height, because I'm 5'7", but also in my weight. And I was very self-conscious as a child. So that kind of eating continued until the summer between 7th and 8th grade when I developed an eating disorder. I wanted boys to like me, and I thought they'd only like me if I were thin, so I stopped eating completely. I got down to 104 pounds, and on a 5'7" frame, that is very small. I was severely underweight and incredibly unhealthy. Then I saw a counselor and I started eating again. But my bad habits resurfaced and I became overweight. And even though I was dancing multiple days as a senior in high school, I wasn't healthy at all because my diet was full of junk. So I went to college and I wanted to be thin like my roommates, even though they were several inches shorter than me. So I restricted my food again and I became pretty thin. Then I met my husband and I was thin right up until we got married. And I remember this because my wedding dress fit when I first bought it, but before we got married, I had to have it altered because it didn't fit anymore. And then the first year of marriage was hard, as it always is, and because we had money, we ate out a lot and I was not being healthy. So I had started blogging during this time and I could tell that I was getting overweight again because of all the pictures we were taking. So one day at work, I finally stepped on a scale and I was shocked at what I saw. I weighed 180 pounds. I had never weighed that much in my entire life. So I finally started a healthy weight loss plan and just counted calories. I lost 15 pounds and I weighed 165 pounds when I got pregnant with our first child. And during that pregnancy, I gained 40 pounds. I was 200 pounds when I gave birth, and at my 6-week postpartum appointment, I weighed 175 pounds. And I don't remember how I lost the weight after I gave birth. I just exercised and watched how much sugar I was eating, and the weight just came off. So I weighed between 160 and 165 pounds when I got pregnant with our second baby, and I gained 40 pounds during that pregnancy. So I weighed 207 when I gave birth, and at my 6-week postpartum appointment, I weighed 180 pounds. So here I was back at 180 pounds and I needed to lose the weight. And I did not want to be patient with it because losing the weight before took a long time when I was just counting calories. So I tried every fad diet under the sun. I did keto, I did carb cycling, I did no sugar, and by doing that, I developed a minor binge eating disorder. I would restrict my food throughout the week, and then during the weekend, I would go crazy and eat as much sugar as I could because it was my cheat day. It's clear now how twisted my thinking was, but back then, I didn't see it that way. I was also killing myself with my workouts. I was doing an intense exercise regimen 5 to 6 days a week, and my body was very fatigued. So I lost 15 pounds, but it took 6 months. And looking back, I can see that's because I was fighting my body. I wasn't giving it the nutrition that it needed, and I was killing it with those crazy workouts. Then I restricted my sugar even more, and I got down to 150 pounds, and that was the smallest I had been in a long time. And I was thin. You can see it in the pictures. My wedding dress fit better than it did when I got married. My clothes were loose. I was thin, but I wasn't healthy. Then I started on some medication because I had postpartum depression and postpartum anger, and it made me gain weight. I must have gained 15 pounds in 6 months. And I truly felt like a failure for gaining all of that weight back when I had been so thin. So I stopped weighing myself because I just couldn't handle the failure. And the last time I weighed myself in 2019, I weighed 169 pounds. Then I got pregnant again with my most recent baby. And during that pregnancy, I decided I wasn't going to weigh myself at all. So I had no idea how much I weighed right up until delivery. But I knew I was bigger than I had ever been because I started out heavier. So I gained my normal 40 pounds during pregnancy, and at delivery, I found out that I weighed 226 pounds. That was a new record for the biggest I had ever been. At 6 weeks postpartum, I weighed 200 pounds. So here I was, the biggest I had ever been, and I wanted to lose 35 pounds. I needed help, but I didn't know where to start. And then I tried Noom. And then I tried Noom. And then I tried Noom. So all joking aside, I had seen the ads on Pinterest, but I didn't know what it was at all. So it was either that or start an expensive program where you had to pay for diet food every month. I filled out the little questionnaire that they had, and they said that I would hit my goal weight by April, and I laughed. I was completely skeptical, especially because I didn't even know what Noom was. So I decided to try it, and I started on January 1st, and I lost 6 pounds in the very first week, so I kept going. At the end of January, I weighed 185 pounds. At the end of February, I weighed 175 pounds. At the end of March, I weighed 169 pounds. And on April 9th, I hit my goal weight of 165 pounds. I was shook. It took me 2 months to lose the same 15 pounds that it had taken me 6 months to lose after my second baby. So if you're wondering what Noom is, it's an app that you use to log your food, and they have articles every day that help teach you how to see food as fuel, and it helps you get rid of any bad associations that you have with food. So another thing that I love about Noom is that you don't have to restrict your food. That's probably the best part, is I can eat whatever I want. But the app has helped me see how I can eat those treats in moderation.
But for now, we'll take all the pieces all of.
So I got a few questions on Instagram when I first posted that I had lost 35 pounds, so I wanted to answer those.
I'm waiting tonight.
I just set my calorie limit to 1,800 calories a day because I read online that that's a healthy limit that you can set when you're breastfeeding. So I never eat under 1,800 calories a day, and by doing that, I've been able to keep my milk supply up.
I'm wasting my time in.
And that's another thing I love about Noom is I've lost all of that weight only exercising 3 days a week. So I mentioned before that I was killing myself with exercise, and I just got to the point where I was completely burned out and I didn't look forward to exercising and I didn't want to do it. So this time I decided to only work out 3 days a week, and I work out for 20 to 30 minutes. So on Tuesday is leg day, Thursday is arms, and Saturday I will do cardio or a full body workout. It really is just a simple formula of calories in versus calories out. And that is it, and that's how I've been able to lose 35 pounds.
I'm waiting for all of the reasons to stay.
For breakfast, I will usually have 200 to 300 calories, and that's either hard-boiled eggs or oatmeal or cream of wheat or a protein shake. Then for lunch, I just have leftovers, and my snacks are either crackers or vegetables or string cheese or sometimes candy. And then dinner is just my normal recipes that I make. If you want some good recipe ideas, I'll leave a link to my ebook that has a full year of dinners that your family will love. And then I'll always have a snack in the evening, whether that's popcorn or rice cakes with Nutella and strawberries on them, or some ice cream. I can really eat whatever I want as long as I stick in those 1,800 calories. Honestly, I've loved the program, and as you can see, it really works. And if you're having a hard time losing weight, or you want to change your relationship with food, I highly suggest that you check out Noom. This isn't a sponsored video at all. This is an honest review and my experience with using the app. I'll leave a link for you to try it free for 14 days in the description. Thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk today. If you have any questions about Noom or what I did to lose weight, please leave those in the comments below. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.